Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to all. And I would like to thank you to each and everyone for being here with us, home and abroad, right now. We are very grateful to all of you to join with us to today's important session, that is nomination process of Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert 2023 to 24. This program is organized by World Educator Community, and on behalf of World Educator Community, I would like to thank and I would like to express my heartiest gratitude to all of you again. To respective educators, today we have three wonderful training experts with us. We are very lucky to have these three wonderful training international experts with us, and they are very much familiar in this training section. I would like to give a short description about our training to respective educators. Here we have Ms. Sheila Melodies Malicido, MI expert and MI master trainer, Office 365 expert from Philippines. Welcome, ma'am, to the session. We have another expert in excellence. She is Ons Harbi, ma'am, computer science teacher, MI expert and MI master trainer, Microsoft Office specialist from Malaysia. To your respective educators, we have another very familiar faces in this online section, who is an young teachers and communication skills coordinator, MI expert and MI master trainer, Minister of Education Morocco. She is our friend, Ms. Laila Rai. Welcome to you to our session, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Ms. Sheila Malicido, ma'am, to say something in this session. Ma'am, am I audible to you?
Janra ma'am, there are also a presentation. Maybe you can share the presentation. It will be better so that we can take a screenshot.
So there is a technical issue. I think if Nazmul sir present her screen, then it will go okay, sir. Nazmul sir.
Okay, ma'am. I can share the presentation. You can also describe. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. To respective educators, please give us a little moment that we can describe more briefly. Dear teachers, World Educator Community always organizes different types of training sessions based on Microsoft and other educational tools. Today we are here for on nomination process of Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert 2023 to 24. We are very grateful to all of you to join with us from different parts of the world. And again, express our heartiest gratitude to all of you. Thank you, sir. Your screen is visible. Welcome to the virtual workshop. As I mentioned to you, that today's session is coordination process of Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert 2023 to 24. And this wonderful training session organized by World Educator Community. Dear respective educators, welcome to all of you again. Sorry, next slide please.
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we have three international guest speakers. Our first guest speaker is Shaila Malisido from Philippines. She is an MIE expert and Microsoft trainer. Then our another wonderful international expert is Ons Habibem from Tunisia. She is also an MIE expert and a master trainer. To respective educators, as I mentioned you, we have another wonderful master trainer, Ms. Talate from Morocco. She is also an MIE expert and Microsoft expert trainer. Welcome to all of you from our today's session, ma'am. We have actually divided our session into 3 hours, and this ongoing session I am with you. My name is Jahanara. I'm an expert and I'm also trainer, extended teacher. This means Adarsh Vidyalaya Gazipur, Bangladesh. And there is another excellent teacher of our country, Siabuddin Chonchon, I'm an expert and Microsoft Innovative Educator Master Trainer. He's an assistant teacher at Kent Public School and College in Bangladesh. Hope Sir will join with us within a very short possible time. Your respective educators, today's session of communication process of Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert 2023-24, we have a special guest. He is a very friendly and very cooperative and helpful person. He is very familiar teacher in Bangladesh, Mr. Rafiqul Islam Talukdar, teacher, educator, and curriculum expert, Government Teachers Training College, Mymensingh, Bangladesh. Hope Sir will join with us in a very short possible time. She is our first guest speaker of our today's session, Ms. Shaila Malisido. I'm an expert and I'm a master trainer of 365 expert from Philippines. She is our second guest speaker, Ms. Ons Ravi, computer science teacher, MIE expert, and MIE master trainer, Microsoft Office specialist from Tunisia. We are very excited to hear her voice. Dear respective educators, she is another excellent guest speaker in our today's session. She is Mrs. Talate. And EFL Teachers and Communication Skill Coordinator. I'm an expert and I'm a master trainer, Mr. Education, Morocco. Welcome to all of you, men. At the end of the session, we have a feedback session. While the training session is going to conduct, and if you face any problem, then at the end of the session, we have this feedback session. So if you face any problem, you can write down on the across. Thank you.
Thank you. So you can invite our first speaker.
Okay, thank you, sir. Dear respective educators, now I would like to request our today's session's first guest speaker, Ms. Shaila Malisido, ma'am, to deliver her valuable speech. Ma'am, am I audible to you? Miss Shaila, ma'am.
Yes. Am I also audible?
Yes, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, good evening to everyone, fellow educators, and thank you so much for inviting me here, especially Sir Abdus, and also to all of you. Once again, we met again because previously we had during the pandemic, so we had a lot of collaboration and like this, just like this kind of session, especially Sir Nasmul as well. Okay, let me start now my session, which is the first phase of the nomination process of the MIE or Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert. So let me share my screen. So is it visible already?
Yes, ma'am. It will show.
It's
Please,
clear.
ma'am, your voice range.
Ma'am, please raise your voice. I think your volume is low here.
Okay. So, but my audio here end is just okay.
It's okay now, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So for this Microsoft Education Program or for the nomination for the next MIE or Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert is for the MIE 2023 to 2024. So that the self-nomination window will be starting on May 9 until June 26, 2023. So for the first phase, so let's just have a glimpse of the or let's just have to differentiate between the educator and the learner. If we talk about educator, it refers to the classroom teachers, us, like me, I'm a teacher, a secondary teacher. School leaders, professional learning specialists, instructional assistants, trainers, or anyone who supports teaching and learning and wants to grow their skills and support others. While if we talk about the learner, we all know that it refers to anyone who is receiving instruction from us. Examples are adults that we are training, students in the classroom, or colleagues that we want to work with in our training or sharing with our skills and knowledge. So that's called as learners. So for the first phase, actually it has three phase or two phase or two parts. The first one is about you, and the second one is score questions. But for my session, I'm just going to share about the first phase. So the first phase is all about the about you, which is simply knowing who you are. So if you use other tools or devices and are members of other communities from other technology companies, we are happy to have you in our community. This section doesn't impact your nomination in any way. It's just like knowing about who you are as a professional, or as a teacher. So part of this section is to prove that you have successfully completed these three learning paths by sharing the URL to your achievements on Learn. So in these three learning paths, we can um, access these learning paths to the Microsoft Learn. So we have to finish this learning paths. Okay, so let's go on with the about you. section. So we just have to fill out like our first name, our last name, and our personal email, and the school or organization email, and then our home address and the institution or the school or organization address, and the website, and what is your title or your position, and what is your role as an or school or in your organization. You may just uh, tick or check any, um, like if you are a K to 12 student or a curriculum development, any or check all that applies to you. And then in the about you, the Microsoft also wants to know if your school is a showcase school or an incubator school or neither of those. So there is a drop down, um, or you're gonna scroll or drop down menu to choose whether your school is a showcase school or an incubator school. And then, if neither, enter the name of the school, or your organization. And then, what age range do you teach? Just like me, I'm teaching senior high school, so they are from 15 to 18, and some of my students are also over 18 years old. And then the Microsoft also wants to know what subjects are you teaching, and then do your students or learners have access to internet at school? So if you have computer laboratory, or if neither, just have to tick any or no. So the Microsoft also wants to know if your students or learners have access to internet at home. And then what technology do your students or learners primarily use for learning? So check all that applies. If they have mobile phone, they have laptop or tablet, or they are just sharing the device from their parents and or from their siblings. And if the students doesn't have any devices. And then you also have to share your social handles, like your Twitter handle, your Facebook handle, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube channel, blog, or other sites. So if you don't have these social handles, better if before you apply, you have to create two or at least three of those social media. So how many followers do you have on Twitter? So just type in the number of followers you have in your Twitter. And what tools or devices do you use regularly? So are you using Google Apps? Are you using Chromebooks, iPad, MacBook, Windows devices? Or you have Microsoft Surface? Like me, I'm just using Microsoft 365, Microsoft Teams. And then what tools or devices does your school or organization use? So check all of those that applies. And with what other educational technology communities are you connected? So if you are an Adobe Creative Educator, just check it. And then if you are an Apple Distinguished Educator, just like me, I'm an Adobe Creative Educator. Also, I am also a Google Educator certified trainer. And also, I am also a Kahoot ambassador, Microsoft uh, Weeklet ambassador. So just check at least if you have three or four, just check all that applies. And then the Microsoft also wants to know if you completed the Microsoft Educator Academy Learning Path. You have to just sign in with your um, Microsoft Learn. So we have here, just go to your Microsoft Learn. And then sign in. And then you just have to look for the learning paths. Learning paths here. So you have to find, what you're gonna find is the Microsoft Educator Academy, the Master Microsoft Teams for any learning environment, and the 21st Century Learning Design. So you have to finish the learning path, and then you can access your achievement codes here, or your achievements, or your certificates. Like this. So I have here the Microsoft Educator Trainer Academy and the 21st Century Learning Design. So after finishing those learning paths, you will redeem it will automatically, you can get your badges and your certifications here in your achievements via your profile. And also, after that, you have to share your achievements in Learn. So you have to log into your learn.microsoft.com, just like this, and then select your profile as what I have accessed here, profile, and then it says here, select the achievements, one, and then it says here that you have to copy the URL and paste it here. So basically, there is a form when you go to the website of the MIE self-nomination, and you're gonna fill it out. And there is a space here wherein you will copy and paste your what do you call that, the URL here. So how are you going to share this achievement? So there is a, what do you call that,
Anyone?
Mr. Mutalib,
this
Mutalib,
Mutalib
one.
sir, don't share your screen, please. Mutalib sir.
So you just have to click this share this achievement,
Sheila
and
ma'am,
then
please again your screen share.
Sorry, ma'am, for this interruption.
Now your screen share.
Please
Sheila
start
ma'am.
your session
also,
again,
I'm
ma'am.
not sharing my screen, sorry.
You can now share your screen, ma'am. Sorry for this interruption.
Okay. So after going to your profile, and then you have to go to the achievements, and you have to hit this share this achievement, and then copy URL. And in the form, there is a blank space. You just have to paste it here, the link. So that's the whole phase one of the self-nomination of the MI. So that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
That's only the phase one. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are really happy. And again, I'd like to thank you to show us how to actually complete our phase one successfully. Respected educators, now it's time to see how to complete phase two, and I would like to request our second guest speaker on Happy ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible to you? Happy ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am is available.
Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
أهلا وسهلا. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كده.
Hello everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
نعم شكرا.
You are audible.
Hello.
Hello. Do you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
نعم.
we can hear.
So, okay.
كده.
So I can start.
Yes, ma'am. Of course.
Okay. Then thank you, Mr. Abdul Salam, for your invitation. Today we are going to discover together the phase 2 for the MIE expert nomination. I've just prepared a short presentation about the MIE expert as a program, just a little bit of presentation. First, I present myself. I'm Ansdabi from Tunisia. I'm computer science teacher. I'm ASIN trainer and co-founder, MIE expert for 3 years. Microsoft Master Trainer, Microsoft Office Specialist, International School Coordinator, and Cospaces EDU Rockstar Ambassador, of course. Besides, there is a great other certificates. So who can be an MIE expert? Just a question. We have to get the answer about that. Certainly for the new one. So this program is mainly for educators who are teachers in classroom, school leaders, professional learning specialists, instructional assistants, trainers, or anyone who supports teaching and learning, wants to grow their skills and support others. So why to be an MIE expert? What's the aim? So the Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert program is a primary program that was created to bring recognition to visionary global educators like you.
We cannot see your screen.
What?
We cannot see your
Sorry,
screen.
Okay, sorry. It's okay now?
No, ma'am.
نعم
Just
نعم.
a
Yes.
little-
Yes, visible,
Yes,
visible.
it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Visible.
I'm sorry. Okay, okay. So I have already presented myself, and I've answered the question who can participate in this program. So MIU expert, and why to be an MIU expert? It's a great question. So the Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert Program is a primary program that was created to bring recognition to visionary global educators like you, sir, and Mrs. Here today. Getting free access to a list of important platforms and applications, interact with the community of educators in your country and around the world. And today, it's a great opportunity to interact with educators from sorry, the mic, please. Thank you. So today we have educators from different countries, Tunisia, and our great educators. Empower all learners with your innovative teaching practices. My expert embraces 21st century teaching and learning, taking risks and striving to improve their pedagogy to incorporate technological tools that improve students' outcomes. So it's the major aim to improve students' outcomes. Change your view to failure and consider it as an opportunity to reflect, learn, and gain resilience. So it's a great skill that to be okay with failure as teachers or as students, and Microsoft tools and Microsoft programs helps us to get okay with our experience, whether it's a good experience or not. So when is the MIU expert nomination? It's from May 9, June 26. And the results will be published in Microsoft platform in the end of July 2023. So how to be an MIE expert? We have just to join the link, and I want to thank Mrs. Shelia. She was the first speaker today, and she explained the first step to participate in this program. So I won't be late for that, for this introduction. I'm going directly through the phase 2. And here with the link here, you can join, just sharing the link with you. You can here find all the information you need to to discover this wonderful program. So while the program doesn't begin yet, so we are in 5 May today, and the program begins at 9. We have only this Word document with all details about phases of nomination. So we stopped in phase 2, machine learning scored question. Yes or no? Is it right?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Mrs. Abdul?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So here we have some great questions about our use of Microsoft tools in classroom. So we have to just tell the Microsoft community or Microsoft program is if we are using Microsoft Teams, OneNote, etc. We are going to read every question and explain how to do it. So how often do you use Microsoft Teams in an instructional environment? So today we are already using Teams, and it's okay. So as you are the first time you are trying this program or contributing in this program, you are already using Teams while you are participating in such online meetings. So if you are already using it at school, so we have to mention if it's daily, weekly, monthly, rarely. We shouldn't much never, I think, because Teams is really a good and important tool in the Microsoft program. I use the Microsoft Form in instructional environment. Yes, we have to use forms. I don't know if Mr. Abdul, I don't know if you have already some online meetings about forms next days about Microsoft Teams, OneNote, yes or no?
Yes.
Salam, sir,
Yes.
please.
So sorry?
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, continue.
Please continue.
I didn't
Please
hear you. I'm sorry.
It's okay, ma'am. Please
So,
continue.
okay. So use of OneNote for personal organization or staff netbook for professional organization. It depends on your use of OneNote. Use OneNote class notebooks with learners. So you can match here as the other questions, daily, weekly, etc. Use Flip with the learners. So should I share the link of Flip, of OneNote, of Minecraft Education. Oh, it's known for everyone today. Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Should I share the link to these applications?
Yes, please. And your
Or it's
screen is,
already
I
not,
think, not visible.
sorry?
I think your screen is not visible.
I'm sharing my screen.
Your screen is visible, ma'am.
You can,
You want to, do you want me to share it again, once again?
yeah, stop sharing, then
Okay, ma'am.
try to share again, ma'am.
Okay. Maybe it's internet problem. While you are opening your camera, so the quality of internet is not so good. It's okay. So
Yeah.
we have Microsoft.
Ma'am, your screen
Home.
is hide.
Sorry.
Ma'am, there is an echo actually.
It's visible, ma'am. It's okay. It's visible.
Okay. Okay. So I won't be long about this application. Just you can write in the navigator Flip, OneNote, Minecraft Education for with learners already. It's a very known application or and useful surely for coding for um, every type of use in a classroom. Share your teaching, learning knowledge with your colleagues. So if you are sharing your teaching and learning knowledge, it's important to share what we have already learned about education. So the next step is, or next question is, how does reading coach support the learning for students? Check all that apply. So here we have to check the right response. It recognizes pronunciation errors and provides immediate feedback to the reader. Here we are talking about immersive reader. Oh, no, immersive reader is the next question. Here we are reading coach support the learning for students. So it recognizes pronunciation errors and provides immediate feedback to the reader. It provides a report on accuracy, rate, correct words per minute, and time spent reading. It provides a practice list of words based on the reader's mistakes in order to help them engage in independent practice. It can only be used with reading passages assigned by the instructor teacher. So here we have to check just the response that applies. Next step, through the immersive reader, students can check all that applies also. So the immersive reader is an important tool that helps so that gives accessibility to all type of information. So the first response is listen to text being read aloud as the words are highlighted. Yes. Choose how content is presented visually. Collaborate with other through chat. Translate text into over 16 languages. So I'm trying to just to choose the right response. Here, listening to text being read aloud as the words are highlighted. Yes. Choose how content is presented visually. Yes. Collaborate with others through chat. Not at all. It's not the aim of the use of immersive reader. Translate text into over 60 languages. Yes. Use a built-in dictionary for real-time vocabulary support. Yes. Capture video of student reading text to share with teacher. Yes. So the next step is accessibility checker in tools like PowerPoint, Word, Excel, OneNote, Outlook, Office at all. Should be used to ensure someone can read your document regardless of device they are using. Ensure your text can be easily translated. Verifies your file against a set of rules that identify possible issues for people who have a variety of disability. So in a hybrid classroom now, Teams is used for check that all apply. Meeting environment with video and chat and screen sharing, like we do now. We are using Teams to share the screen to meet with an environment, video environment, yes, to chat also. We are already using the chat here with Teams. Thank you. So next, learning management platform, collaboration in both in-person and asynchronous settings. Yes, bring in guest speaker or connect with classrooms around the world. Yes, of course. Um, uh, for my own experience, I used Teams while I was conducting the International School Award competition, and we've met great students from different countries using Teams. And that experience, I've shared it in my nomination last year. So next, embedding other tools, Kahoot, Flip, Word, YouTube, that you want students to access without leaving the Teams environment. Yes, while Teams offers us different use of application. Here we have a list of application. I hope that it opens for me. Yes. So here we are in Teams, and we are discovering all applications that can be involved into the application and use it into it without getting out. So without getting out, I can use Canva, I can use Microsoft Word, I can use Forms, I can use Wakelet, etc. All the tools that are integrated in the Microsoft program can be found here, and we can make a research to choose the application that we need. Next. So what Microsoft tools allow you to use Microsoft Reflect with your staff or student? Microsoft Teams for education, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, class OneNote notebook,
That is a problem.
Microsoft Forms.
Please
Yes.
check full screen.
Please turn off the mic, please. Can you turn off the mic? Thank you. So all these are Microsoft tools, so we can check it all. When you create a quiz or a poll in Microsoft Form, that question type do you what question type do you have available? Check it all in place. Choice, you can check it. Date, you can check it. File upload, we can check it. Ranking, okay. Text, rating, net promoter score, yes, and Likert. So here we can check all these response. Next, when using OneNote, students can create their own practice math assessment with forms that will show them if they got the correct answer, true or false, while for all teachers that have already used OneNote and or forms, you should certainly know that we have some functions, mathematics function integrated into OneNote and form. So you can choose true. Sorry. Next question. What type of terms are available with Microsoft Teams in education? Check. All that applies. So class teams, reading club teams, staff teams, professional learning community, PLC teams, other teams, support, sports teams. So here I am going to sheet. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to create a new team, join or create a team, just to find the answer for this question. So here we can create a new team in Teams, and the different type of classes or teams I can create here are class, professional learning, PLC, staff, and other. So the answer here will be class teams, reading club teams, no. Staff, yes. Professional learning, PLC, yes. Other teams, other teams. Is there any sport teams? No. So we are keeping out that response. Okay. Sorry for cheating. Next question. What is the correct order for how to create breakout rooms in Microsoft Teams? This is not the correct order. So here we have the possibility in Teams to create breakout rooms. So what does it mean? Simply here in our meeting, online meeting, we can share this beautiful team. So all the guests here can be shared in different teams, and we can use this possibility is not allowed for me because I'm using your team. I'm not. I'm just a presenter. Should I try it directly from Teams, or I can get the right response? It's okay for getting the right response. Joining from it will be.
Please, your screen again, it's showing only Microsoft Teams. Please check your
Yes,
screen.
I know.
It's
I am
sharing.
trying. I was trying to create a breakout room, but I didn't find that option because I am using your link, so I'm not the administrator here, so I can't do it. I'm just giving the right response here and going on. So
Okay,
the first
thanks.
thing to do is to select calendar. Not at all. You're welcome. So select calendar, new meeting, rename rooms, optional, launch the Microsoft Teams desktop app. Once you are in the live meeting, start breakout rooms, create breakout rooms before or during the meeting, select create room. So the right order is launch the Microsoft Teams desktop app, select calendar, new meeting.
Cannot see your
Once,
screen.
sorry?
Okay. Okay. Now we can see.
Okay. So the right order here is, I repeat it, launch the Microsoft Teams desktop app, select calendar, new meeting. Once you are in the live meeting, start breakout rooms. Create breakout rooms before or during the meeting. Select create rooms and rename rooms. It's an optional, it's optional for you. You can keep it room 1, room 2 as it's by default. So that was the right order to put in that question. I repeat, launch the Microsoft Teams, getting meeting live. selecting new meeting, getting a live meeting, creating breakout rooms, select rooms, and rename it. That's it. Next. The steps are broken into pages. So we have here other response. Choose how many rooms you would like to create. Here, when I've create breakout rooms here, I have to choose how many rooms do I need to create. Next, I'm going to choose automatically or manually. So the sharing the group will be done automatically by Microsoft Teams, or manually I can choose students to make differentiation about their skills. So I'll keep a team, a variety of students for their qualifications. So in one team, I'll put a brilliant student with the medium one, and yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. In the breakout room, can I share the right order? Breakout room.
Yes, I needed.
Okay, that's right. I will describe. At first, select calendar, new meeting. This is the first one. Select calendar, new meeting. The second one, launch the Microsoft Teams desktop app. Launch the Microsoft Teams desktop app. The third one, select breakout rooms from the meeting control. Select breakout rooms from the meeting controls. The number 4, select create rooms. Number 5, shows how many rooms you would like to create. Number 6, shows automatically or manually. Number 7, join the meeting. And the last one, shows a channel to meet in or add the learners you want to attend. This is the correct order of breakout room. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. But I'm not okay for the two first one. I can't plan a new meeting while I'm not opening the Microsoft Team desktop app.
It's okay.
I have to launch it before. I have to launch it before. So it was the phase 2, I think. Next will be the turn of the long answer questions. And is there any other speaker that is going to present it? Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
So respective educators, now I would like to request our another guest, Miss Laila Til, to complete this phase 2 session for us. Miss Laila Til, ma'am.
Hello.
Clear to you?
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Welcome to this session, ma'am.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening, everyone from every place here in this globe. I'm very happy to be with you in this amazing team with international Microsoft Innovative Educator experts from all over the world. I will not speak a lot about myself, just a brief idea. This is teacher Leila Taik, an EFL teacher teaching English and also a communicative skills coordinator and MIE expert for 4 years. Also, I am a Bensi ambassador, Wakelet ambassador, book creator ambassador, and SDG ambassador. I work in many fields, and ICT trainer and Microsoft Innovative Master Trainer too. I'm happy with you. I hope I will share with you something that will add something to your nomination, inshallah, in the MIE expert for 2023 and 2024. Am I audible first? Let me check my voice. Is it clear? Or is it clear?
Yes.
It's clear, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, please. Next slide, please. I will talk about the third phase of the nomination of the MIE experts, which is the part of the long questions. Before the first part, as Madam Shaila explained about you, which means you here as a teacher or educator, you fill in just your personal informations or your professional informations and the social media pages and handles. And the second part, which was excellently explained by Mrs. Unstahvi from Tunisia, it's all about that, especially what I called the scored machine, scored questions that are ticks, yes, short, but they are a little bit, it's not a little bit, but they are difficult because you have to go to some platforms like MakeCode, like Flipgrid, like Teams, and breaking rooms, and all that. But now, let me enter my presentation, which is about the long questions, which are here in this slide. I'm telling you before I'm starting to explain them. Let me tell you that what are the characteristics, that's or the most important things we have to know about the long questions. So the long questions, or the long answers that we have to write, they are rich text answers. The first characteristic is that there are 5 questions long in rich text, which means you write a very long text like an article, which means directly we call it as an article. And the second characteristic is that they are hand reviewed by the Microsoft Teams in your country and or in your region. The first part of about you, first phase, and the second phase, which is the machine scored, they are reviewed by Microsoft Education Program from Microsoft in USA. But this part of the long answers are reviewed and hand reviewed, which means they open your account and see your application, and the Microsoft responsible in your area, for example, in Africa, or who is responsible in, for example, in Asia, he is going to with the committee, of course, is going to read it carefully for you, which means that they are going to be read and corrected by humans. You see what I mean? Which means that we have to be true. This is one remark that is written in the Word document that they gave us. They told us, please try to be truly answer the components of the questions. Later, I will open also the questions in the forum. I will tell you this remark. The third characteristic is that there is a 500 character, not word, the character, count minimum required on this response from 500 to, which is minimum, to 2,000 characters maximum. I repeat, you are going to write an article minimum 500 character minimum to 2000 character maximum. What does this mean, character? The character means okay, the space are included. The character is not the word, which means the letters. The characters mean in English, it's the letters and not including the space. The space is also a character. Okay. I hope that you understood what I said. And then the last characteristic is also very important, which that you may respond in your native language. For example, if you are from Bangladesh, of course, you can write in Bangladesh. Why not? If you are, for example, from an Arabic country, you write in Arabic. Okay, so no problem, because the committee in your region, it is the one who corrects your, of course, your application and your answers. And this is maybe some colleagues, some teachers like to make a translation by just using the Google translator, but usually the translation is not, it doesn't give the correct answer. It's lost, it loses okay, the meaning and what you want to say, and so your project or your answers may okay lose the meaning. As it is just my advice. Try, if you cannot, you try answer in English, please try to use your native language, because they say it in the questions in your native language. Yes, please, next. Okay, the first question now, let me explain the first question. I read it to you. The first question says, describe how you leverage Microsoft tools to increase accessibility for all learners in your classroom. What tools do you use and how do they support different learning needs? The key word here, which is leverage. Leverage means how did you improve, how Microsoft tools helps you, for example, to increase the accessibility for all learners. Another key word here, which is accessibility. What does accessibility means for Microsoft as a technical word? Accessibility means that these tools that you have used with your learners, for example, Flipgrid, you have used Microsoft Teams, you have used Wakelet, or you have used the MakeCode, or my PowerPoint, for example. Have you used it with all the kind of learners? For example, we know that there are mixed abilities in your class. Some students are weak, some students are small achievers or slow achievers. There are students who suffer from okay, sights, for example, and there are students who are from special abilities. So as an English teacher, for example, I tried to use the program of progress reading. Okay, progress reading, for example, you have the text, and we use also the immersive reader. Very important. Please check, write down these very important words that you will use answering these questions. You use, for example, the immersive reader. For example, even in the word in Word, okay, you can write to text and click. Okay, of course, when you are using, for example, Microsoft Edge, you can use the Microsoft the immersive reader in order to read aloud. For students, they can read aloud, especially if they can't see. Yes, and other example, for example, a picture dictionary. The picture dictionary is also in the immersive reader, where, for example, just the learner can just click on the word. He can see it in a picture, explain it in a picture, or even they can, for example, students who needs improvement in pronunciation, they click on it, they hear the authentic pronunciation of the word. This is what I tell you, given an example, being I'm an English teacher, so I give you an example. If you are, for example, a history teacher, or for example, a math teacher, you will also, I think that the immersive reader will help you about this accessibility. So try to use the immersive reader in order to make to leverage the learners level in your classroom. And as you see, the question says, what tools do you use? Here you are going at the same time in this question, say, for example, that I have used Word, Microsoft Word, Office, or Word, or PowerPoint, and I have used the immersive reader in Word. Okay. Also, why not? You can, okay, you say that I have used Flip, Microsoft Flip. And in Microsoft Flip also there is the Microsoft Reader or Read Aloud, or the caption, okay, the word caption, which means like words when the video is said, you find the word, all the text or the speech is written and okay below. It is also whenever you mention a Microsoft tool, you mentioned that I have used with them an accessibility tool, which is, for example, Immersive Reader, or the tools that you find in the browser of Microsoft Edge, like Translation Tool. Translation Tool is an accessibility tool, which means, for example, the learners who do not speak English, they can refer to the translation in Microsoft Edge, and they can understand, then later improve their learning. This is some examples that I gave you about the first question, which means describe. When we say also describe, means you have to say in details. Before I pass to the second question, let me just sum up what I have said. Describe, which means in this question, please focus on two things. The first thing is you have to mention the Microsoft tools. What are Microsoft tools you have used? For example, you said, I have used Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, I have used Wakelet, I have used Flip, I have used MakeCode, I have used Microsoft Teams, all these or others, of course, there are many, and of course, try to, second part of the question is when you said that in these tools of Microsoft, I have used an option that Microsoft provided for us, which is Immersive Reader. The Immersive Reader can help leverage, as the question says, leverage or increase the accessibility of the learners in the classroom. Yeah. Please, the next question, which is question number 2. Yes. The next question is a little bit long, but longer just in written, but it's the same. You will write the same as the first one, which means minimum 500 characters to 2,000 maximum characters, including the space, of course. So the question is, tell us about series of lessons or a unit or a project. Yes, let's just underline these 3 things. Either a series of lessons, not just one lesson, or a unit, all a unit you have worked with your students, or your project of the year, for example. But what with your learners, that you use it with your learners, that incorporate Microsoft technology for improved learning outcomes. I will explain till here. They tell you, please give us example. The first question was, okay, you use what Microsoft tools do you use? And how did you use it to make accessibility? But this question means, now give us an example in a form of what? Of a series of a lesson. This is a series of lessons, which means a group of lessons, a lot, and a unit, all one unit, or for example, unit of environment, for example, in your textbook, for example, or in the unit about technology, for example, yes, and you created a unit, but you taught your students and your learners about, for example, all the unit is you use it, for example, Flip, or you have used PowerPoint presentations with your students. Okay, example, this is a unit. Or a project, for example, a project. We know that a project, there is a project. When we talk about projects, we talk about a project which has objectives, which has a timing, okay, the time limits, and of course the content, and what tools do you have used in this project. Okay, so till here that incorporates Microsoft technology, which means not any project, but the project that you have used, for example, Minecraft, for example, Microsoft Minecraft, or you Minecraft education, or you have used, for example, Flip, or you have used, for example, PowerPoint, or Word, Excel. Why not? For example, okay, two things. Okay, I'm talking about the technology of Microsoft and the series of your projects. Okay, and how that makes your projects improved. Okay, which means being successful at the end of the year or at the end of the term. When, for example, you make a summative tests or quiz, for example, you find them that with using this Microsoft technology, you find that your students have achieved a high level of progress. Okay, and then I complete the question: what 21st CLD skills were included in the learning, and explained in details how those skills were developed. So what does it mean, the 21st CLD? You find them, the CLD is the 21st century the learning designs, the first 21st century learning design. It's a course you will find in the Microsoft Learn, by the way, and you go to, when I open to share later, I will show you what is this course. You have to read it very well. It will help you use it in your project, or in your unit, or in your series of the lesson that you are going to include as your projects in this second question. So they say and explain the details how these skills were developed. We know what are these skills. I will tell you what are these skills before. Of course, try to go and read also the course, but I will tell you what are these skills. The skills are the creativity, okay, the leadership, also the critical thinking, which is very important, and other, of course, skills which are very important. How did you use these skills? For example, I give you some example. For example, you worked with Minecraft Education Edition, which is a Microsoft technology tool, and you tell the students to create a virtual world in Minecraft using that from the textbook, for example, creating a word talking about, for example, environment, about sustainability, how the students can keep the environment safe, for example. Also, it is one which means you are what are you doing here? You are matching You are matching the 21st CLD, the learning design, and also you are matching what they asked about you. That is, you are using a Microsoft technology, which is Minecraft. Okay, so I'm here, I'm explaining and giving you examples at the same time. And I've finished the question. Be sure to specify, call out the 21st century skills or skills that were addressed and what rubric score that hits. Use the OneNote in the online course to help you with the rubric and skill. Of course, in OneNote, okay, there is a, okay, we'll share with you maybe later. It's the OneNote documents that Mrs. Sandra Dolafost is the Microsoft, okay, yes, please. Who shared with us, okay, OneNote, where there is this course, very important course of the what that we call it, the 21st century learning design, where you find creativity, critical thinking, leadership, and how can you use them with your students. Okay, for example, if you have, when you are talking about your projects or your lesson, your series of lesson, you say you have to write that here with this project I am using creativity and critical thinking because my students now can achieve, they can think creatively, for example, and they can also think critically, and they can solve problems. Because also, as I say to you, problem solving is one of the 21st CLD skills. Okay. Use the OneNote, as I told you. Try to go to the OneNote, or Mr. Absalam here, or Mr. Haq can share with you the OneNote. Where is the CLD? So read through the 6 dimensions, big ideas to understand them and apply them to your response. Here, go please also. And who do not have the OneNote, please go to the Microsoft Learn, and you find the course. I'm sure that all of you here have you did that course in the in Microsoft Learn. Yes, please. Question number 3. Question number 3 said, okay, provide a link to an example of a learning art craft and an articraft. Okay, so how did they demonstrate what they learned from a project lesson or unit your learners completed using Microsoft Learns? Here, what I am said to you, what you described in question number 2, just descriptions, you will put it as a link in question number 3. Is it clear? Here, the question number 3 is linked to question number 2. Okay? What you explained in question number 2, you explain your project, fine. Using the 21st century skills, just put it URL link. Okay, they give you just no, it's here, it's not 500 minimum and 2000 okay character. No, just they will give you in question number 3, they will give you just a space where you are going to copy and paste your link, including your projects. So the question is, where do you put your project? Your project, you take it from, for example, it can be kind of video, okay? Or the project can be, okay, they say that it can be a kind of video, or it can be in the form of, in form of a very nice and amazing platform or tools, Microsoft tools, which we call the Sway. Sway is also Microsoft tools for presentations, like PowerPoint, but this one is different in using and easier. Okay, and it includes also some where you can include videos. It gives you when you can include links. You can include texts, rich text, just titles, everything you want to include. You can put it in this way. For example, you are including some videos you have done, for example, some trainings with the other colleagues. You have, like, for example, here, for example, Mr. Absalam is directing this project, this video. For example, he can take this video from YouTube and link it in this way, and he can showcase to the Microsoft that I am an MI expert, and also I helped other teachers to improve. Here, let me tell you that not the word learners, it's not just the students from okay, till 18 K-12, 18 years old, for example, 18 years old. No, the learners can be university learners, can be secondary learners, can be middle schools, can be primary learners, or they can be even educators, which means your colleagues. Sometimes the one who will apply for Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert is not necessarily a teacher. He does not have a class. He is maybe a school principal, because this Microsoft Innovative nomination is not opened for just the teachers or the educators, but also it can be for the school principals, from okay, expert curriculum expert, from library staff, everyone who is related to education. But okay, education, I just the condition is to be in the field of education. As I said, library staff, school principals, okay, curriculum specialists, and so on. Which means if you are an educator, you are a school principal, and you are doing, for example, or you are a trainer, just you are a trainer, you can okay, put also that you are doing seminars, webinars, you are doing okay, meetings in Microsoft Teams, and put the link, the video in this way, and put it here in question number 3. Yes, please, next question. I hope that question number 3 is clear. Yes, for question number 4 says, describe what's the artifact. What does it mean? Artifact is the result of the student's learning as a proof. Artifact is a proof to which you shared a link. How is demonstrated the desired learning objectives, and how Microsoft tools were a critical part of the learning. Example, hints, name the learning objective that was part of this lesson unit, and how this artifact and the tools used support the learning objective. So here in question number 4, you are going to give just the result. Please focus on the word result. For example, you are going to say that now my learners know how to use, how to write correctly, to read. Their reading is in a good progress. You tell, for example, that they can write thanks to the Microsoft tools. Tell, for example, that using the accessibility tools like the immersive reader, for example, now all the students can participate in class. Say these things. So they say, give examples. But before you say that, please, they say to you, give an objective. What was your objective at the beginning? Then you say, you explain 500 minimum to 2000 maximum character. An article about is okay, does your learners improve using the Microsoft technology, okay, but using that link, okay, the link of the projects that you gave in question number 3. Okay, you say to you from the question, from that project you shared with us in question number 3, say to which you shared a link, how it demonstrates the desired learning. They say to you, in other words, have you achieved your objectives that you gave? And the hints I say, name the objects, please. Tell them the project at the beginning. My project was to make students progress the reading of the students in language, for example, in English language, for example, and then give examples, give proofs, ideas and arguments, and tell them at the end of this article that my students now are better, that they are improved, and so on. Question number 4, please. Next. Number 5. The last question. Okay. So the last question said to us, okay, share 2 examples of how you have supported both your own learning and the learning and the growth of your colleagues. This part is not about the learners, which means from 5 years old, maybe the primary school, then the middle school, to the secondary school. But no, we are here talking about the learning. How have you shared? You are a teacher and you have used Microsoft technology. You benefited from Microsoft technology, but how have you helped your colleagues, your environment, your community, same way? For example, you can tell them that, and you helped the growth of the Microsoft education ideas and mindsets. Okay, of sharing and being in the technological transformation, how that the school now, it can be a digital school, for example, your colleagues at school, or online, for example, maybe you do some webinars, and then the question says, please describe the activities that you completed and led and how it results better teaching and learning. Here they say being a lifelong learner and sharing your knowledge with colleagues is a core component of being a MIE expert. Please try to retry the last line. The last line, okay, say to us that we have to be the mindset of a Microsoft MIE expert must be the person or the educator who sharing is caring. You have to try to do big keynote speakers like we do now. If you are a Microsoft MIE expert, try to make webinars, try to make sessions on Microsoft Teams or on Zoom, explain to other teachers, for example, the platform of Flip or Minecraft, or use how to use PowerPoint, for example, or how to use just one option in Microsoft, on all these Microsoft platforms, like, for example, the immersive reader, how to of reading progress, for example, or how to programming, coding from make code, and so on. So try to go and try to be a trainer, as though you are trying to, as though here Microsoft, by question number 5, tell you, please tell us how you have shared your knowledge now with other colleagues. Yes, now please, okay, I still have time to finish from the questions, or okay. Please, can you, yes, can you open to me the questions? Just the last one, the question, share with me to the, okay, the questions. Yes, thank you. Yes, please, Mr. Absalam. Just over to show you something. Okay, the long questions. To just to proof, see what I said. The thing that I put in the presentation are the samely from after the study and after an experience, and also since I have done and alhamdulillah, okay, succeeded to be an MI expert and returning this year, which means I am sharing with you my experience, and also have studied and try to understand very well the questions in order to share with you what is true, and I hope I succeeded in that. So the question number, look what they say. The questions, look, there are hand reviewed. They say that there is 5 character minimum. Not when we say character, it's not mean, we do not mean the word, but we mean okay, letter, the letters, and even a hyphen or by the way, punctuations is also a character. That's why they call it a character, and they do not say that it is a letter. It's not a letter. We say character. For example, a comma is a character. Question mark is a letter, is a character, sorry. And okay, hyphen is a character, and also the space is a character, which means please count them. If you write and you do not respect that, Mike, that's why I told you, please go at the beginning, go to Microsoft Edge, open Word, okay, Microsoft Word, write your text in Microsoft Word, and at the bottom of the count the letters, count the characters, and then when you finish your article, copy and paste in the form. This is very useful that I use it. It proves very successful to me. I share with you. Okay, and then question number 2 say that, look at here, please go to question number 2, which means that you have to, no, sorry, question number 2, yes. Okay. Can you make it bigger? Can you make it less bigger? Okay. So where do you go to 21st century CLD? What is CLD? Where can you go to it? You say open from the 21st, click just on the course from Microsoft Learn. You will see, or you can also go to the notebook, that's sorry, the OneNote or the notebook that Mrs. Sandra Dolafos shared with us, and you will find what does it mean, the 21st CLD. Though I told you and explained it to you that the CLD means some skills that are very important nowadays for our learners, which are creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, leadership, and many which are okay, and resilience, also many things that are, one of them is leadership, which is very important, and I hope that I have said it all. I'm here again if you need me for any clarification again or questions. I hope that I have succeeded in answering the questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
I think teachers from home and abroad really benefited for your fabulous speeches, and it is really helpful for us to write down these 5 long questions. Salam sir. I think Saibuddin Johnson sir with us. So,
Yeah,
I want to hand over.
I'm checking, ma'am. Just you can collect feedback of our participants.
Yeah, Saibuddin Johnson sir, am I audible to you? Johnson sir.
No, ma'am. Our guest,
Okay, actually,
special guest, they didn't join with us. Maybe, yeah.
End of the
If you
session.
continue, you can collect the response.
I think now it's feedback time, sir.
Yes.
So, is there any questions or anything else in the chat box? Actually, sir, I think today's sessions is really outstanding because all the highly experienced teachers here trained us, and they describe each and everything very clearly. And especially Laila ma'am, Shaila ma'am, and our another honorable speaker, they are all outstanding, and they teach us very nicely, very friendly, and I think now we have so much confidence, especially those teachers who are very new here and who are actually before getting the chance to be an MI expert. They have a vast knowledge on it, but the newcomers are very much benefited by listening these three honor of expert of the training of this session. I would like to express our heartiest gratitude and thanks to all of us, and especially these three master trainer and all the participants from home and abroad also here. Salam sir, please over to you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, our honorable guest speakers, Sheila ma'am Alessido, Ans Dabi, and Laila Taik ma'am. You have spent a valuable time in this virtual workshop to improve the educators' skills on the following topics. Nomination process of MIE expert. We are really proud of you that you have shared a wonderful presentation. Hopefully, our new educators will be helpful by following this workshop. I think it will be uploaded in the YouTube, and we will share the link. If anyone need, we can share the link. And again, thanks our honorable guest speakers. Now I would like to request all of our participants, if you have any questions in the following topics, you can raise your hand or ask the question. Now our seminar is open. You can ask a question. Otherwise, we can close our program within 10 minutes. Thank you. You can share your opinion on this topic, on this session, please. Any participant.
From the very beginning of today's
Yes,
session,
please.
actually,
If you have any
I
questions, please
request to the
try
audience, if you have any
Yes.
problem, if you face any problems, please write down in the chat box, or at the end of the session, you will get a chance to ask our expert in honor. So if you have any problem, please feel free to ask them.
Yeah, we have also shared the promo code in the chat box, so every participant can redeem this code to achieve some trophy and badge in their Microsoft Learn profile. You can copy the promo code from our chat box. You can check the chat box also. Please. We can't receive any response. So if anyone wants to know something about this topic, you can ask question.
Mr. Abdul Salam.
Yes.
Okay. So just maybe you give them, you open for them, you share with them just what is Microsoft's way, because this is very important in the long questions. Since question number 3 say that they need to put all their projects, what they worked with Microsoft tools and technology, and put your projects in the platform of Sway. Sway is like a presentation. Maybe you can share it, and I can explain something about it later.
Yeah,
Just in brief, waiting for others to raise their hands, and we can explain to them.
Yeah. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you can explain. Okay. Laila Taik, ma'am, you can unmute yourself and.
Okay. Yes, I'm still waiting for the share because I didn't see the share.
I already shared the screen.
Okay, share the screen, please.
My screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, it's visible, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. For Microsoft Sway is okay. It's one, you find it in your Microsoft 365 pack. By the way, you will open from Microsoft 365 your education or school platform. Okay, from accounts, the account of your Ministry of Education, Microsoft 365. Just click on the three dots above your okay, and you will find near Microsoft PowerPoint, Word, everything, and you will find Sway too. Okay, Yammer, Flip, you will find Microsoft Sway. So, which means it is one of the Microsoft 365 pack. It's free for the who use the ministry education account. Okay, and then it is easy for that you can just add from the plus and add your pictures, videos, or a link.
I think there is technical issues. Respected educators, please watch a little bit.
Hello again.
Yeah, ma'am. There are also a network issue in my
Sorry,
laptop.
I was someone. Okay, I was out from the meeting. Then I came and joined. Okay. Since this is all about the Microsoft Sway. Microsoft Sway is very easy. We can just clicking a plus and add in the text, the title of your topic. Okay. And okay, as you say here, Mr. Abdul Salam is sharing the Sway, which is a program. You can just add here a title of your Sway. For example, you write my project about, for example, environments. For example, you have to write, and then you add plus, and you share a video. Please click on plus. Write, please, Mr. Absalam, write my projects about environment, for example. Even in your native language, you can write in Bangladeshi, no problem, or in English, only in Arabic. Write, for example, improving my students, okay, or write my projects about environment, for example. And then when you click the plus, you add, okay, a video, or you add a link, or you add some photos. What are these photos? It can be screenshots from, for example, an online meeting from Microsoft Teams with your students, or with the trainers here. Or you can also, it can be a photo you taken from your class directly that you are working with your students, okay, about that projects, using, for example, Microsoft PowerPoint, for example, or using Minecraft. Or you can, for example, download a video, upload a video about your project in Minecraft or your Flipgrid from your Flipgrid group or topic. You take the link and you put it there, which means creating some videos or discussion because as Flip, which is previously named Flipgrid, now it's Flip. It's a very amazing platform that improves the communicative skills of the students and they voice their opinions, which is very important. Well, thanks that we call this is one of the 21st century learning design that I talked about it in question number 2. In question number 2, yes, which is also communication. Communication is one of the skills that Microsoft requires for and so on. Then you can just include 3 videos to link from, for example, from Flip or from Wakelet, for example, and you put, for example, a PowerPoint there, okay, and you write a description. You can write a little bit, same, and take that link, but just please check that this link is open for everyone with the link, and then you send it. This is very important step. Okay, that's it, and thank you. I hope that these informations are helpful for you.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thanks again to share the wonderful things, Microsoft Sway, Minecraft, and other tools. So it's maybe already or near to 2 hours our program, so that we can finish our program. Jahanara ma'am, you can.
Sir, I think there is no questions.
Yeah.
Today's session is really outstanding, and our participant will be benefited.
Yes, there is a question, please. There is a question here in the chat. Say, how do we get the nomination form? And they say, yes, there are some questions here in the. Okay.
Come on, please.
Okay. Yes, can you? Oh, someone can answer. Maybe some other. Okay, if you want to answer the question, I can answer. It's no problem.
Okay. I would like to request again at the last time. If you have any questions, anyone you have any questions, please feel free to ask here.
Yes. Please put to them the event core, Microsoft event core. So it's Microsoft event core link, okay, .com. Then we say Microsoft event core.com is the website just from the form. Mr. Absalam, please, okay, share it with the trainees in the chat, okay?
Yeah.
This is answering one of the questions in the chat. I will put it too.
Yeah, I already shared the chat box, the link, Microsoft Event Core. The nomination window will be open in 9 May, so that we have to wait more 4 days. Then we will be able to apply for MIE expert.
Yes, but there is also in the platform, in the link, there is a Word documents where you can read the questions and review them before you apply. For example, you can go to read the questions and open in Word another page on the Word and write. Okay, then you go, then you come back to finish and so on, which means go in your pace. Don't write, okay, till you get exhausted, okay, one by one till you finish. It's better like that.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful information. I think we are very close to our session, very ending moment here. I would like to thanks to all of these three wonderful trainers on behalf of this organization again, and hope we will meet again in future. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, all of our participants, guest speakers, and presenter. Best wishes to you from the World Educators community. Hopefully, we will arrange another workshop after opening the MI Expert nomination window. So stay tuned with us. We will share our skills practically with the answer. If you have any question, you can ask our Messenger group, Facebook group, and WhatsApp group. We will always support you all. Thank you. Thanks again. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thanks. Allah Hafiz.
Much love. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thanks a lot. Allah Hafiz.
আমি বলছি মেকিনি অন্য কোনো দিন যাবো